What's going on? The audience is stirring and unsettled. Everybody's pointing at something. Something's happening on the monitor? What is that?
It's Chairman Rose. He interrupts the championship match to share his insane plot with everyone, per the usual bad guy routine. He's been collecting wishing stars, unbeknownst to his collector, Bede, to use their energy to awaken Eternatus, a legendary Pokemon that has been hibernating underneath Hammerlock, and whose energy is the fuel for the Dynamax phenomenon of Galar. By using Eternatus' nearly infinite energy, he hopes to provide power and energy to Galar for thousands of years, but at what cost? Leon and I have heard enough and leave as fast as we can. We know where he is now. Hammerlock. Upon entering the Hammerlock Stadium gym again, we find Oleana pacing. President Rose has holed himself up in the lower levels. We head down the elevator and lay our eyes on the epicenter of Galar's energy harvesting site. It looks like we're too late. Chairman Rose has already awoken Eternatus, and has begun what's known in Galar's lore as the Darkest Day. But let's teach Rose a lesson. I know from my past run-in with Bede that Chairman Rose is the proud owner of Copperjaw, so, Pokemon tropes being what they are, I know he's a Steel-type specialist. So I had Slowpoke learn Flamethrower, which made this fight child's play. The last Pokemon in the chain is that infamous Copperjaw, of course, and Chairman Rose moves to Gigantamax. Meanwhile, I've had such an easy time, I choose not to engage in Dynamax myself. An unnecessary strategy, but it gets the point across when I win easily. After handily defeating Chairman Rose, we head up to the previously inaccessible lift to help Leon. All seems to be under control as Leon throws a Pokeball at Eternatus. The Pokeball fails to capture Eternatus, and I really enjoy the detail of the Pokeball parts flying across the stage as it breaks. Slowpoke gives it a quick headbutt, and Eternatus is like, "Oh, did not see that coming, I'm going down." So in response to being embarrassed by Slowpoke, Eternatus decides to turn into a cyberpunk Master Hand from Super Smash Bros. That wakes up the copyright infringement police, Zacian and Zamazenta, who rush in to save us. Before you know it, it's Morphin time.
Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers!
I catch Eternatus in the cutest Pokeball I have. Isn't that great, guys? A few days later, and after some good rest, it's time to finish this. I walk back onto the pitch for the last time, in front of a sold-out crowd no less. Expectations are high, and the roar of the crowd is louder than I thought possible, but the voice of ambition is louder still, and I can hear it through all the noise. It's this moment we've trained and prepared for. We can do this. We will do this. Once more, let's go. Leon leads with Aegislash, a personal favorite of mine, and not a good match against Slowpoke, as we see her shiny animation one last time. Leon and I are both on the defensive initially, as he calls for King's Shield while I call for Amnesia, which will raise Slowpoke's special defense greatly. A necessary move to protect against Shadow Ball, which Leon uses the very next turn. Thankfully, Aegislash continues to use special attacks, a good thing, because I no longer have Curse in my moveset, so physical defense is my weakness this time. After a good battle, Aegislash is knocked out, but I'm not out of the woods yet as Leon calls out Dragapult, who also has access to super effective Shadow Ball, but I'm much more prepared now with maxed out special defense. It's only a matter of time before Dragapult faints and returns to Leon. Leon's next partner is Inteleon, who presumably has grown up from the Sobble that neither Hop nor I chose at the start of our journey. I land a critical hit for the one-hit knockout. Leon now selects Haxorus, a physical attack monster who unleashes a powerful outrage attack. I'm frightened for a moment, but Slowpoke's defense holds out, and Haxorus doesn't get a chance to attack again. Now that Leon's best attacking option against Slowpoke is gone, it only makes sense his best defender would be out next. Mr. Rhyme has incredible defensive capabilities and takes more attacks from Slowpoke than I could have expected, but it also doesn't deal much damage to us, so all it really did was prolong the inevitable. At last, it's time for Leon's prestigious partner, Charizard, who he immediately recalls to use Gigantamax. Base form Charizard has access to some physical attacks that could prove troublesome. Unfortunately for Leon, he's decided to make his Charizard an all-out special attacker, so this battle is already over before it begins. Charizard starts with max overgrowth, but our special defense is holding strong, of course. We counter with max Mindstorm, and it takes about half of Charizard's HP, so we might be one turn away from victory. Leon pumps up the crowd by unleashing Charizard's ultimate move, G-Max Wildfire, a move which hits hard while also dealing damage over time, but I'm not going to give it a chance to do that. Another Mindstorm is on its way, and yes! Finally! Charizard is out of HP and is going down. That's it. It's done. Our final battle is over at last. In a terrific bout of good sportsmanship, Leon throws his hat in the air like a king relieving himself of his crown, and announces to the world that his time as champion is over and that he had the time of his life. With everyone watching, my family, friends, rivals, all of Galar, the greatest champion of them all congratulates me and proclaims to all present that I, Achilles 018, and my partner Slowpoke are here to take his place as Galar's new champion. Unlike Leon, I wasn't undefeated. I lost plenty. I was reckless. I ran into battles I was unprepared for. I came unequipped to handle some of my obstacles, and I made mistakes. However, I also persevered and stayed true to my goal. Slowpoke was a terrific partner. One day we might travel to a lush island or a bitter tundra, but for now, we'll enjoy where we are and what we've done. Turns out, Slowpoke wasn't the only one shining that day.